Okay.
I really thought Star Wars Outlaws, with everything around it, would take it. Like everything going on, all the hype with Disney going on, all the shows coming out. Like there's just so much around fucking Star Wars right now. I was surprised. That's the only one I think that could have beat Final Fantasy. I don't think I didn't see the voting, so like I couldn't obviously like Hades 2. I don't know much about. I never played the first one, like
Hades 2 was
Dragon
going to
and
be
Tekken
my
8.
like go-to. Like if Final Fantasy wasn't on there, I'm super hyped for Hades 2.
Well,
See,
and a lot of the
Outlaw, man.
roguelike games are starting to gain popularity here recently. You know, I was making the joke that my hot take from the Game Awards is that the best thing to come out of the Game Awards is that we got the announcement for Valhalla coming for God of War, which takes the game and turns it into a roguelike. I'm a huge fan of roguelike games. Playing Darkest Dungeon 2 on repeat a lot, and I think it's a fantastic format.
When you say
Um,
roguelike games, what are you
yes.
referring to?
So roguelike, as far as the best way I can describe it, is whenever you are set up and you put together a run at the game where you get certain kind of benefits or whatever, and you try to complete a run through the series to unlock a permanent bonus, and then you try again. My my experience lies with Darkest Dungeon 2 more than any of the others, where you put together a team, you make a run at the boss, you have to try to carry your HP and be able to get through several challenges to get to the final boss, and then if you win, you can unlock, whatever benefit or boost or permanent stat increase, and then you play it again. The roguelike genre, I think, has really taken a game's replayability and cranked it up, and I think Hades 2 is going to be a fantastic example of that. I'm actually kind of with Eric. Star Wars has been catching a lot of back and forth flack, right? You have two sides of the coin when it comes to Star Wars. You have the fans that cannot get enough Star Wars right now and are eating up everything that they can get, with the Kenobi show, Mandalorian, and all this media. When it comes to video games, however, Star Wars is running a really dry well. We have Jedi Survivor, Lone Survivor. Yeah, Survivor. And that's really the only decent Star Wars game we've had in a long time. And when you start dealing with constant replayability in games when it comes to Star Wars, Squadrons flopped. And the only real Star Wars mobile game, the only Star Wars IP mobile game that's making any kind of stand is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is barely a Star Wars game.
Yes,
and
a card collector game essentially, or a character collector.
It's a gacha hero collector.
Yeah.
And so Star Wars Outlaws getting this kind of attention and being nominated for the most anticipated game, I think, was a good sign. But the other side of that coin is everybody's getting so burnt out because of the Star Wars movie and television show media being pushed so hard by Disney.
I don't even think it's a burnout. I really think it's the hype train has not been there long enough. This game was announced a couple of years ago at most. Final Fantasy VII Remake has been requested literally on every PlayStation platform for the past 10 years. Like,
I think they started in 2015.
People have wanted this remake for Final Fantasy VII with updated graphics, updated control schemes, updated play style. Obviously same story, but they've wanted that big graphics upgrade. They've wanted that mechanics change. They've wanted all of these things that Square Enix has been implementing. I really don't see how any game is going to dethrone that hype, because it's been one of the most requested games to remake of all time.